Howdy y'all, it's Russell back with Gwinnett Lawns and beautiful. Oh, look at that sky. Atlanta, Georgia. Today is November the 13th, 2024. And yes, the leaves are coming down. It is cold out here. It's about, I don't know, in the 40s. So we're going to be doing, the only thing I'm going to video today is we got a bunch of bushes and some pine straw to do. So I hope it's not going to be too windy. This amount of wind is okay, but I don't want it to kick up too much. But there's really no humidity out on the, especially on the grass. It's been kind of breezy all night. So I wanted to revisit. So yesterday in the video I talked about a couple of things. I'm trying to make these videos a little shorter because I can just keep talking sometimes. But you know, with the amount of leaf cleanups that I do, I really need a mower that's more powerful in addition to the trim stars that I have. So I want to get you guys' opinion. I went to go to the local dealer that's closest to here, Sotheby's in Lawrenceville, for you guys that are around. And they're a Skag, Bad Boy, Toro. They used to be a Wright dealer. They're not a Wright dealer anymore. So I was in there buying some spark plugs, some more spark plugs, and I asked the guy, I said, look, I said, what do you guys have that's got, you know, some pretty substantial, like a Kawasaki 850 and up, carbureted engine. I don't want fuel injection. I don't even like fuel injection on motorcycles. Cars, yes, but not lawn equipment. Anyway, so I was looking. They had a Skag. I think it was a 48, a V-Ride 2. Man, those things are expensive. Wow, they're like 15 grand. So and then they just started selling Toro. They hadn't sold Toro before, and they had some grandstands. Now I've never paid attention to grandstands before, the ones with the flip down deck. I've seen them on video, but I've never used one. But they have some of the grandstands that are the 52-inch that have the Kawasaki 1000 engine on it. That's a 37 horsepower engine. 37 horsepower. I think they're like 11 grand or so. They're actually on sale. Toro's running a promotion. So I wanted to find out from you guys that I don't see most of what everybody runs around here are Exmark. I do see Wright on people's trailers. But I think Exmark is king, just like Steel. Stick equipment is king around here. So I don't see a lot of Toros, but I do know that a lot of people use them. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube. So I want to know what you guys think of the Toro grandstand. I'm specifically talking about, they actually had a 48 and a 52 there. The 48 had a 691 engine on it, and which that's like 22 horsepower. It's more than what I've got, more than the FS 600. But I think if I want to get a stand-up mower, it needs to be 52, 54-ish, depending on the manufacturer. So, but that thing has got a monster, that 52's got a monster engine on it. I was surprised because the mower doesn't look that big, and even the LG, the Wright LG 50, is it a 54 or 52? Anyway, it's only got an 850, which is fine. A Kawasaki 850 has got like 27 horsepower, I believe. But the 1000 has, the carbureted one has 35 horsepower. Yeah, I know it's gonna use a little bit more fuel, but I'm telling you, I need some horsepower, man. So I don't know. I've never considered Toro. I don't know. I mean, they're pretty much, basically almost all the mowers, they're pretty much, you know, all the commercial mowers I think are probably pretty good. Exmark and scag are really expensive. So I would prefer, I think, a right LG, because I'm used to that. I like the quad levers, but I'm open to other stuff. But I need it to have, I do not want fuel injection, and I do not want, I don't want fuel injection. And it really, I would consider a 48 if it had a bigger engine. If I could get that 1,000 on the 48, 48's a great size. 52 would work fine. I could use a 52 in almost all my yards, and it's going to hold the hills a little better. But I just don't, you know, for you guys that use the Toro grandstands, do you ever, I mean, there is an advantage because you can flip that deck up and use it kind of as a walk behind. I mean, you can, but for you guys that use those on hills, how good are they on the slopes, on the terrain, on the hills? And how good are they when you've got the deck flipped up? I mean, does it make that much of a difference on the hills? Does it hold better? I don't know. It's kind of funny because the tires on them are not that big. Now I think there's, like I said before, there's a Hustler dealer, and I've already tried the Super S. It's got the 850 on it. I like that. It's super heavy though. It's a good mower. Of course, the right. I think there's a dealer not too far from here in Lawrenceville that sells Ferris. I don't know. The thing that sticks out to me about Ferris is, and I have ridden one in a parking lot before, is the back tires. They look like dragsters. They have like the most enormous back tires I've ever seen. But I will say that standing on the Skag, that thing feels like it's way too small. Like it's really low. Like the platform is high, and the grandstand felt really good. The platform, it felt really good. It was very comfortable. I didn't ride it. The guy's like, you want to ride it out, you can ride it on the parking lot. And I had stuff I had to do. So, but anyway, please give me your opinions if you have used the Toro grandstand. What do you think about it? The only, and I'll close with this, the only thing that because I was looking at it, I'm like, that's not Hydro Gear transmissions, because I'm used to Hydro Gear or Parker pump and motor stuff. And it uses, I think the company is Torque Tube or something. So I watched a couple videos online about changing the hydro oil. This is probably the easiest hydro oil change and filter I've ever seen. The mower can sit right on the ground. You don't have to get up under it. And it uses a lot of, I think it uses 2 gallons total. That is a lot. The Trim Stars use 5 quarts for both hydros. But yeah, everything, I don't know. I mean, I would consider the grandstand. The thing that I like about it is 2 things. Number 1, it's got the big engine on it, which that I will never need any more power than that. And number 2, I could use it as a walk behind, kind of. Anyway, please give me your comments below if you have experience with them, whether it's good or bad. Also, Ferris. I'm not sure about Ferris, but there's really no other, besides the Wright and the Hustler, there's really no other mower dealers around that sell anything else. I'm not really, I don't want an Exmark. They're too expensive. But anyway, I will, the next part of this video will be the bushes and the pine straw that we're going to do. All right, see you then. Okay, so we're here to do the bush job and the pine straw. I'm going to show you what we're working with really fast. We've got these bushes right here. Gonna get them cleaned. We got this gigantic bush over here. We're gonna put pine straw on all the beds. This is the big one. And then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna redefine this edge of this bed here. Pine straw all in here. Gonna do these bushes here. We'll fix all this up, clean it up, and then we're gonna blow all that out under the porch, and we're gonna put pine straw in there so it's nice and clean looking. So I'm gonna just put this on a time lapse, and then at the end I'll come back to a regular video. So we went ahead and did this side just to give it a more finished appearance. We got that all done. That done. It is really windy, so that's why I took the water hose and watered it down so that it will not blow away. Helps the pine straw to lock in. I don't normally do that, but in this case, don't want it to go anywhere. And then we got all this under here. Always close the gates for the customer. Don't be that landscaper. My dog is missing because you opened the gate and you didn't close it back. This was a good one. It is really windy right now. I'm glad we got that done. What the heck? All right. Let me go check in with the customer, make sure they like it, and then I'll see you guys on the next video.